Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Selena and I like to talk about all things GAPS related. I like to call myself your holistic guide, GAPS guru. I like to talk about food, emotions, and really just creating a healthy home and lifestyle inside and out. And today I'm going to be answering the question of how I detox daily. Now, on the GAPS diet, there's this pretty much guaranteed idea that you are supporting your body during the detox process. That you're not just giving yourself the nutrition that you need, but you're also providing your body with the support so that your detox pathways can function properly, so you can actually heal and recover fully. There are so many different ways you can detox. All of these becoming a part of your lifestyle is such a process, and it's not just like overnight you've got like 10 different detox things a part of your daily life. And if many of you are busy like I am, where I work full-time and I have this part-time YouTube, I have so many things on my plate right now. Detox support is a really big priority for me, but I also need to find ways for it to be functional in my lifestyle. Now, there's a lot of ways this can be done, and it all has to be unique to your situation. And so if you have questions about that, leave them in the comments below. I would be happy to help you assess your personal situation. But there are 3 tips that I have that I've learned over the last couple of years of doing the GAPS protocol and learning how to do it correctly and really support my body during the detox process, that has made it so that I really can function on a daily basis, that the detox reactions aren't so overwhelming that I become incapacitated. And I'm really progressing in GAPS pretty quickly from what I've experienced. And so there are 3 ways that I recommend people going about this detox process, adding these things in, and it is not to add them in all at once. So I want to just say that you want to add things in slowly over time, and you want them to really kind of become these sustainable, restful habits that are a part of your daily routine. They're a part of your weekly routine maybe, and they don't overwhelm you. It's not this huge checklist of things that needs to be done, but it's really just a way of loving yourself and integrating self-care into your daily life. Now, I want to start by also saying that the idea here is not that you're doing every single detox support protocol all on the same day. That there really does need to be some kind of schedule and way of organizing your life where it actually feels functional and it feels right. And especially in the beginning, where you might be learning your body and learning how your body reacts to certain things, this process might literally go so slow. You might have a lot of different trial and error situations, and you really want to leave space for that. So that's why I recommend introducing the things that are the most impactful first, but also giving yourself the time to adjust to the different ones. So let's jump in. My 3 tips on how to make detox a part of your life. Here we go. So you want to start first by assessing your time. Now, everybody has a different level of time commitment that they can give this detox process. I definitely recommend giving your time as much as you can in this process. I know that we're all very busy, and cooking in and of itself, which is most of what GAPS is about, is really time consuming. But if it's between this and adding on some extracurricular activity, the detox support just for this, especially in the beginning, really needs to be priority. And so making sure that you have blocked off enough time, but then you're really assessing what's realistic for me. Is it realistic for me to spend 6 hours of the day doing detox support? Well, maybe not, but maybe it is. Maybe you do have the time capacity to do that. I've been in a short season where that was possible for me, and I took every ounce of that 6 hours to sunbathe and do enemas and take baths and juice, and it was like my everyday routine, and I totally can manage it. But that's not always realistic for people, and you have to find ways where it works, where it doesn't stress you out, because again, stress is like the last thing we want on your body right now. So you're assessing your time. You're saying, okay, I probably have this much downtime in my week that I spend maybe watching TV or going on Instagram or whatever. And I have this much time, in transition times that are kind of like I'm not really doing much with right now, or I could change some things, or maybe you can make something more efficient in your week so that you have a little bit more leeway, or maybe it means giving up some things in a week to be able to say yes to this healing process. I don't know what that's gonna look like for you, but really assessing what's realistic, how much time do you have to give in your life right now, and putting that on the table. For me, I like to write out a block schedule and notice the blocks that are actually available, where I wouldn't be stressed doing something in them, and where they're genuinely open for self-care. Those are the times where maybe I'm already kind of doing stuff like this, or I have kind of routines of self-care already kind of embedded, but I want to change them and adjust them. These would be the times that you're gonna kind of take inventory of and realize, okay, how much do I really have? Now, my second tip is going to be to evaluate which tasks you want to do daily and which ones you want to do weekly. Now, this is going to vary for everybody and their situation, how their body reacts to things, how they've been progressing on GAPS or any kind of other healing protocol really. But for the daily things, you're going to ask yourself, of all the different detox support things I could do, what would make or break my day? What, if I didn't do this, would make or break my day? So for some people, this isn't me, but for some people, they're having a lot of trouble sleeping at night, and it's like, I need to have a warm bath before I go to sleep, a warm detox bath, and those detox baths help you to sleep really well. Okay, that would be something that I would say is like a make it or break it kind of thing. But say you're me, which personally, this is just not something that's a huge benefit all of the time. I really love juicing, but I don't always have the time to juice, and juicing doesn't make or break my day because I have meat stock, I have these other nutrient-dense stuff that I'm doing. For me, I've noticed that my body it's not a make it or break it type of thing. So that may not be a daily part of my routine. I might want to do juicing at some points of the week, maybe, but I might not make that a daily part of my routine because it's not gonna make or break it. But I also know other people who struggle with constipation where juicing is a make it or break it kind of thing. And so you might need to include juicing as a regular part of your daily routine. And that might actually require you to make some sacrifices, strategize as to how you can make it a lot smoother and quicker of a routine. Those are gonna be the things that are kind of make it or break it. Maybe a bath isn't make it or break it for you. Maybe a sauna isn't make it or break it for you. Maybe an enema is make it or break it for you. That's something for me that I need to have on a daily basis. It doesn't need to be this whole extravagant thing. And so I've learned how to refine my time there and make it as efficient as possible because it is a make it or break it kind of thing for me. Where I'm at in my healing process, I benefit a lot from enemas. You're also going to want to include in the daily category things that you've already built up your tolerance for. So maybe you haven't yet built up your tolerance for coffee enemas. You probably won't want to have that to be a daily part of your routine because that's going to probably cause some kinds of die-off reactions for your body that would make the rest of the day harder to deal with. So you want to include the things in your daily routines that you really feel support you, and include maybe in the weekly routines the things that challenge your body in the detox process, but not overstimulating yourself with those on a daily basis. So again, the things that happen on a weekly basis, maybe once a week, twice a week, are the things that maybe you haven't tried before, but you're wanting to build a tolerance for them, and you're wanting to kind of build them into your routine somehow because you're looking at like, if I did this over time, I would have a lot of improvements, but you're not quite ready to have them on a daily basis, or maybe just time doesn't allot for it and it's not as significant to your day-to-day experience. So you're gonna kind of want to evaluate, okay, what are my non-negotiables that happen every single day, and what are things that I'm wanting to build over time? And it's gonna be different for every single person. You're gonna want to listen to your body, and maybe you plan on doing something that your body's kind of like, I do not want that right now. And then there's no stress or pressure to do it, but you've kind of given yourself space now in your schedule, and now you've decided what's priority to know which ones are the most important and what am I gonna do when. Okay, and then my third and final tip here is going to be to link these detox detox routines to pre-existing routines. This is a tip that I've had in another video, and I explained kind of how to do this. But the idea is that you're not trying to develop entirely new rhythms in your life. Maybe you do need that, and for that would be another video. But the odds are you probably already have pre-existing routines and day-to-day strides in your life. You know, you wake up and you brush your teeth, you eat breakfast around this time, and you do this around this time, and you go to bed around this time. The odds are you probably have some pre-existing routines. What I would recommend now is for the daily ones, for the detox support you want to do on a daily basis, linking those detox support tasks to pre-existing areas in your routine. So if you want to have a bath before bed every single night, if that is really non-negotiable and it really helps and supports your body, I would recommend saying, okay, if my bedtime is 10 o'clock at night, I'm gonna get in the bath at 9 o'clock at night, and I'm gonna get out at like 9:30, 9:45, giving myself enough time to get in bed by 10. So you kind of backtrack from what's already in your schedule, and maybe you use that bath time to do other things. Like maybe if you were already on social media at that time, you maybe use that bath time to use your social media time at nighttime or whatever. Not that I recommend that because of the screens and all that. You wanna help your sleep, but the idea is that you're linking it to things that you're already doing in your life. Another example for this on a weekly basis might be what I've actually started doing, which is I benefit a lot from castor oil packs over time, but they're not something I need to have on a daily basis. So what I've done to help them become a part of my week-to-week routine is that anytime I watch TV, and I probably watch TV like 2 times a week, realistically. I don't watch a ton of TV, but my husband and I will sit down probably 2 times a week and watch a show for like 45 minutes, which is the exact amount of time that you usually hold castor oil packs on. So I will put on a castor oil pack whenever I go to watch TV with my husband. I had a routine at one point where I was doing castor oil packs every single night before bed, and then I'd sleep in them, and that was sustainable. Like it helped me to actually do it and it to be a part of my routine, but I realized I didn't actually need it that often, and it wasn't the most enjoyable thing to have a part of my routine. This way of doing it, where I'm watching TV with a castor oil pack on, is so much more enjoyable, which honestly makes it more sustainable in the long run. And that's what we're going for here. The whole idea here is that you're creating rhythms of rest that are sustainable for your lifestyle and not overloading yourself with so many different tasks that you feel overwhelmed and bogged down by the stress of needing to take care of your body. The goal is that you're taking care of your body as a natural outflow of the love you have for yourself and it functioning in your day-to-day schedule in your life that's not too overloaded and not too stressed out, but really minimizing that stress. Those are my 3 tips. I will show in a video a rundown of what I do on a daily basis and a weekly basis. I'll show you all my routines, where I fit different things in my schedule so I don't feel overwhelmed. I'm gonna give you all the detox stuff that I do in a day and in a week and why I do them and everything. So stay tuned for that video. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. I make new videos like this very regularly now, and it's my passion to walk alongside people as they heal and grow. It inspires me and hopefully brings encouragement to you. Thanks for watching.